and the missing Apple Watch, I am great. I wish someone had a camera in my apartment and could have seen the 4 minutes before I logged into the Zoom. Because I must have looked like Speedy Gonzalez, like running all through the apartment, throwing things everywhere, trying to figure out where I dropped my watch this morning. But anyways, I am doing well. Also feeling self-conscious because I'm drinking bubble tea and then chewing, and I'm sure you're all wondering, like, what are you drinking and then chewing? So, okay, I'm ready to be professional now. So for those of you that I have not met in person yet or through Zoom yet, my name is Dawn. I am the owner and photographer for Dawn ILO Photography. So I work with businesses for things like headshots, branding photos. This week I've been working with a new e-commerce company, so doing things like taking pictures of all of their products in lifestyle settings so people can kind of get a feel of what it's like if you have those products in your life. So doing things like that. I also offer promotional videos for businesses. And then I also provide personal photography services. So things like senior pictures. I just got to work with Shantae's daughter last week. Weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, family portraits, things like that. So thank you all for coming today. I'm really excited to have so many of you here because what I'm talking about today is something that's really important to me and really personal to me. So if any of you are friends with me on Facebook, or if you've ever seen my phone at a meeting, I don't know if you'll be able to see. You can see all my messages. But there we go. That's even better. We'll let Lisa show you. So I'm sure you've seen pictures of little Luca either on my phone cover or on my Facebook cover photo. So my sister and I do not have any kids. We have fur babies, but no human babies. So our cousins' kids are like our nieces and nephews. So Luca was my cousin Danielle's first son. He was born in 2008. And he was like our little magic man. That's what we called him. He was born with Down syndrome. We didn't know until after he was born. But, and so like, obviously there were lots of developmental challenges for him, but he was just the happiest baby ever. Like every time he went to get professional pictures, they were just like the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. The little picture of him and I together, if you asked him for a hug, that's what he would do. He would just put his hands right around your neck and squeeze. So he's the cutest little guy. The first 2 years he was born, he lived in New Jersey. I think the first 2 years he was alive, I must have gone to New Jersey like 8 times to go visit him and spend time with him and his parents. So he was just very special to our family. But in 2011, let me think. Yeah, 2011, he was diagnosed with leukemia. And you can see there the pictures in the center were in the middle of his treatment. He obviously, despite losing his hair, despite, really odd weight gains and things like that, he was the happiest kid always. The little frog he's holding was a gift from my boyfriend to him, and he loved it, obviously. But I think this was from my last visit with him. He did pass away in 2012 from leukemia. Sorry.
You didn't tell us to bring tissues here.
I know. I thought I was gonna keep it together, but I didn't. I think looking at his pictures makes it harder. But so we lost him to leukemia in 2012. So earlier that year, I had participated in Light the Night in Athens, Georgia. And that's what we'll be talking a little bit more about today. So Light the Night is a really big fundraiser for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I'm gonna let Lisa, my guest, who will get to introduce herself in a minute, explain more about the amazing things that LLS does and a little bit more about how folks can get involved with Light the Night. But I'll just share like my personal experience. So in 2012, let's see, it was a few months before Luca had passed away. I hosted a team in Athens. Just a few of my friends and I all participated, but it was the coolest experience. So when you go, you in Athens, we used balloons. I'm not sure if everywhere uses balloons or lanterns, but you get to choose either a white, red, or a gold lantern. And so, Lisa, jump in and help me out if I get this wrong. So red is if you're just supporting someone. Gold is if it's in honor of someone who's passed. And then white is if you're participating as a survivor. So back then I got to have my red balloons. And they're like little balloons with a light up in the center. So we basically marched like a mile-long route through downtown Athens, everybody with their lit up balloons at night. It was just the coolest experience. But then I was doing it supporting Luca in hopes that he would be recovering. He was doing fairly well with treatments, things like that. Obviously, took many years off because it's a painful thing to lose him. But this year, especially with having more downtime, I got to thinking more about like what volunteer opportunities I wanted to get back involved with, and decided that I wanted to reach out to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society and see how I could get back involved with Light the Night. This year is going to be a virtual walk. There will be some really cool virtual presentations that happen, and really cool things that you'll be able to do like at the exact moment of the walk. So it's still going to feel like a cool community thing, and then everyone will break to go out and do their walk and then come back to the presentation and celebrate together. You'll be able to like have a virtual lantern, and it looks like it's still going to be a really cool experience. But I've decided to host a team. So I wanted to use my time today to invite all of you to join my team. You're welcome to donate. You're welcome to join the team and raise your own donations if you'd like. But I wanted to bring Lisa here today because there are actually opportunities for all of your businesses to get involved as well. And we were talking about how with everyone working remotely, it's hard to still have that sense of community within your business. And so there are some opportunities even to help with team building among your employees, even when everyone's kind of working remotely. So I am going to pass things along to Lisa to share with you guys a little bit about what LLS does, and then different ways that you all can participate. And I'll actually put the link to my team page in the chat box so you guys can check it out afterwards. So off to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Dawn, and thank you everybody for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here, and just really excited to be able to share with you what Light the Night is. And Dawn, thank you for sharing your story. It's very impactful, and unfortunately we hear way too many stories like that. And we're here to try to put an end to that. We don't want to see any more kids getting cancer and blood cancers. And Leukemia Lymphoma Society is the largest nonprofit in the country, in the world, that is dealing with blood cancers. And so leukemia is still one of the major leading causes of death in children. It's the second leading cause of cancer deaths in children. And we need to put an end to it. So, but we are very working hard to do that every single day. And COVID has not stopped cancer. So we have to still be out there fighting every single day to help our patients. Just to let you know what the Leukemia Lymphoma Society does, we're very patient focused. We do a lot of programs to help our patients. So for example, if say someone you love or someone you know is diagnosed with a blood cancer, they can give us a call. We have an information resource center that is available to them that they can call. It's manned by nurses and social workers that are all trained in oncology. And basically you can get all the information that you could possibly need about the cancer, the blood cancer that you're specifically going through. They can connect you to doctors in your area, clinical trials that you might want to take part in. We can get you financial assistance if you need help paying your groceries or your rent, your medical bills. We can get you transportation to get to your doctor's appointments. So there's all kinds of resources available to patients locally. And Light the Night is one of the biggest fundraisers that we do to help fund all of these services here locally. Besides that, we also have a research arm, advocacy arm, fighting for cheaper cancer drugs for patients. But there's a lot of stuff that Leukemia and Lymphoma Society does. But again, we can't do it by ourselves. So we definitely need your help and the help of the community to help us be able to provide all these services to our patients. So Light the Night is bringing light to the darkness of cancer. That's what we're all about. You know, when somebody's going through something like this, sometimes they feel very alone. And so to see a whole community, what's really cool about this event when we do have it live is to see a whole community come around patients, because that's what's really cool about Light the Night is that you actually get to see the people that you're supporting at that event. So the patients are there, their families are there, the caregivers are there, and you get to show them that there's a whole community that's behind them, that's supporting them. It's a very emotional event, especially when we do the lighting ceremony and all the survivors are in the middle of the field. So it's a fantastic emotional event, but it's a great way that we raise funds throughout the year to help our cancer patients. So the event itself is on one day. It's in November 12th that we're doing the virtual event this year, but we fundraise all year long. And then the event itself is sort of our celebration, the culmination of all the hard work that we've done all year. So we have sponsors that come out that support us. We have a lot of businesses that start corporate teams, and we have a lot of fun with it too. So so you can see here, this was some pictures from last year's event. We had some superheroes at our event that were taking pictures with the kids. We had sponsor tents and a kids zone, and we even have fireworks after the event. So we have a lot of fun things going on. And it's not a 5K, so you don't have to walk for a long time. It's just a walk around Lake Eola, and then everybody comes back, and then we have fireworks after a very moving ceremony. So see, these are just some pictures. I like to show pictures of stuff. And so this here shows survivors. So really special, like I said, is we're there to support the patients and the survivors. So during the ceremony, we have all the survivors gather in the middle of the field, where we have this big beam of light that's shining up into the sky, and all the survivors light their white lanterns at the same time, and then everybody cheers for them, and it's just very, very moving and emotional. And then we also have speakers, and it's like I said, it's a very, there's not a dry eye in the whole crowd usually. So, and then everybody walks around Lake Eola, and then we come back for fireworks and celebrate. So this is just some stuff, some pictures from last year's event. Of course, this year's going to look different. I guess the word of the year for us is pivot, you know, because everybody's trying to, you know, work with what we've got basically. So we are going to be going virtual this year. So we're going to be keeping as many of the elements as we possibly can as our live event that will be taking part in our virtual event. Our virtual event is not a Zoom meeting. I know everybody's tired of Zoom. This is actually going to be a website that is going to go live the week before the event. On the website, you'll see all of the different fun festivities and activities that you could normally do at the live event. So you'll be able to go in and actually take a picture of yourself holding a lantern. You'll be able to go in and share messages of hope, because we normally have a remembrance pavilion, which is this big blow up yellow dome that people who've lost a loved one can go in and write a message of hope, or a message about the person that they lost. And so you'll be able to have that same experience just in a virtual world through our website. So at the top of the website, there's like a countdown clock. So as soon as it hits 7 o'clock on November 12th, the whole entire website, doesn't matter which page you're on, is going to go live to our event. So, and the event is going to be just as moving and just as emotional and impactful as our live event. Before the event, we'll have virtual team village, where teams can get together and celebrate their success, and then they can join us live at 7 o'clock. And then there'll be a welcome, there'll be festival activities, then we'll have a ceremony. We're going to have speakers sharing their stories. Then we're going to ask everybody to take 10 minutes and leave and go walk around their neighborhood, and then come back for a social celebration. So going to be a very moving event, and it's open and welcome to everybody. So it's a free event. You can invite people from all over the world if you want to. So we're very, very excited about that. So just to let you know too, like speaking of pivoting, we've had to change the way that we interact with our companies, and you know, getting sponsors is one of the big things that we usually do to help get a lot of funding. Companies come in and They usually get a tent at the event and all these different amenities that we offer through sponsorship. Obviously, you know, it's tough being in the fundraising world right now with everything that's going on with COVID. So we've had to pivot. And so what we're doing is there's a lot of benefits to a business that can partner with a nonprofit like ours, like Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And so we're trying to share those benefits because right now we know there's a lot of businesses that are hurting. There's businesses that need more clientele. They need, you know, an engagement piece for their employees because they have a lot of remote workers that are, you know, getting disengaged, and, you know, morale is dropping. And so we're hearing that from companies. And so we want to be the solution to that problem. So what we can offer to a business absolutely free of charge is that they can come on board and they can start a corporate team. We're there to help them every step of the way, and we can give them really fun engagement pieces. So, you know, their employees can do some virtual scavenger hunts, they can do cookie bake-offs, they can do, you know, all kinds of different fun things to raise money, because there really is no better way to come together as a team and then to help somebody else. That's the best way to you share a really impactful team experience and engage your employees. Because we have heard from people, you know, we host these happy hours at our work, but nobody shows up anymore. Or we try to do these, you know, virtual events, but nobody's really showing up anymore. If you tell your employees that this is for a cause to help fight cancer that's killing children, they're going to get involved, and it's going to be something that's going to be meaningful to them as well. So, so that's what we offer. And we also have, for example, to help bring business through your doors, we have retail campaigns. So, for example, I do have a realtor that we're working with that she's going to start promoting that for every closing, she's going to be donating $500 to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So, you know, if you think about a customer, a client, you want to give them every reason to choose you over your competition. What better way to get them to choose you than by telling them that you're helping in the fight against cancer, that you're donating a portion of proceeds to every sale to help fight cancer. That will just give you that edge over your competition, you know, to be able to offer something like that. So, and we've heard story after story. Subaru, for example, is a big partner of ours. And they were just telling us the other day that they had a client coming in and they were trying to decide between a Subaru and a Mazda. And once they found out about the Share the Love event that Subaru does that helps donate money to our cause, they decided to go with the Subaru. So, and that's a huge purchase that somebody made that decision because Subaru is supporting a cause that they believe in. So, and there are studies upon studies that will show you that by partnering with a nonprofit, it has so many benefits to your organization, to your business. So I just want to extend that offer to any of you that if you're interested in partnering with us in some way, shape, or form, we're absolutely flexible. We would love to speak with you. We'd love to meet with you and just see what can we do to work together that we can make a very mutually beneficial partnership with you. So thank you guys very, very much for having me today. I'm just excited to be here, and we're really excited for our virtual event that's going to be on Thursday, November 12th. And we want to invite all of you to join us. You just have to go to lightthenight.org/CFL if you'd like to start your own team. Or of course, you can go on to Dawn's team and support Dawn and help her raise some money as well. Oh, and one other thing, we have a fundraiser within a fundraiser challenge that we're going to be doing. It's called the Executive Challenge, and you're all invited to join this. Basically what it is right before the event, 8 weeks before the event, we launch the Executive Challenge, and we're going to be launching it on September 18th. And so it's an 8-week campaign to raise as much money as you can, but there's some specific incentives for you as an executive. If you raise $5,000, you'll get your name and your company name listed in the Orlando Business Journal. If you raise $10,000, you'll get your name and company name listed in a national Forbes magazine ad. And if you're the top fundraiser in your category, we have 4 different categories. We got real estate, tech industry, law, and then a general category. If you're the top fundraiser in your category, you will get your own billboard ad for 2 weeks from Clear Channel Billboards. So we've got some really fun incentives. We also have a billboard ad campaign going for any of the top corporate teams that raise the most money. They'll also get a 2-week billboard ad campaign from Clear Channel Billboards. So lots of exciting stuff going on. Would love to meet with any of you that are interested. And thank you again for having me today. I'm really, really happy to be here.
Thank you, Lisa. Dawn, do you want to add some more? Anything else?
So I was on a call last week to see like the preview of what the website is going to look like for the virtual event. And even if you guys like don't participate or don't participate in the fundraising piece, I would really encourage you to check out the virtual event on November 12th, because it opened my eyes to how interactive these virtual events could be. Like sometimes you get so these blinders on, like this is such a new medium for us. But like Lisa mentioned, you know, you can go in, like go onto one page and using the camera on your laptop or whatever device you're on, take a picture of yourself holding a particular colored lantern. You can also go in and get a picture of yourself wearing the t-shirt. So for anyone who raises over $200, is that right, Lisa? You get a t-shirt mailed to you
It's
to
$100.
wear for the event.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you raise
$100.
$100, you'll get a t-shirt, an event t-shirt, and you get a lantern of the color of your choice. And then we'll mail it to you in the mail so that you'll have it on time for the actual event on November 12th.
So obviously an incentive there, because I want my real t-shirt and real lantern, but you even can go in on the website and like get a picture of yourself virtually wearing the t-shirt. And I really liked, you know, Lisa mentioned in person where they have the white flags around and all the survivors get to go in there and have that. They even have like a virtual survivor area where they can go in and share information about themselves and their fight, and it kind of like pops up like little bubbles on the screen, where you know, yes, you have to imagine people like auditorily sharing that, but you can still be a part of that and like have that community around those things. So if nothing else, I think it's a good example of ways we can still build community even through the internet. So especially considering like how dangerous contracting something like COVID could be for someone who's currently going through cancer. Like I remember even when I was in grad school, one of my professors had breast cancer and she was going through treatment, and it was around when swine flu was a problem. And I got sick and I couldn't go to class because she couldn't risk me giving it to her. So I remember like I was on my cell phone, like I was doing my chat through the, or my presentation through the computer, but then I also had my cell phone. So in the classroom, they had a laptop on one end of the room, someone's cell phone on the other end. So like everyone in the room could hear me. And this was, you know, 10 years ago before technology was that great. But yeah, so considering like the need for a feel of community for people that are struggling with something like this, but then also the danger for them to actually be in person, the fact that this is available is just really cool, and really exciting. So.
And since COVID had started, we saw, because of a lot of our patients are immunocompromised, and a lot of them lost their jobs and were having difficulty paying their bills, LLS stepped in, and we actually did a COVID patient assistance program that started on April 1st. And we were giving $250 gift cards to any blood cancer patient from in the country that called. And we gave out over $4.5 million to 19,000 patients across the country between April and June to basically help out families that were being affected by COVID.
That's great. Did they contact you and ask for help, or did you guys have like a program where you already knew some people that could use the help?
What's that? Sorry, did they contact?
Did you guys have a program where they contact you to look for help, or did you guys already know like a list of people who could probably benefit from it and was able to distribute the cards that way?
We just put it out there through our patient services, because we do have people that work in the hospitals and that type of thing. So we put it out there that, and we advertised it nationally, that anybody with a blood cancer that needed assistance to just reach out to us and call us, or they could even email us, you know, that type of thing. So, and then if they did, we sent them a $250 gift card to help them out with their groceries, their rent, whatever they needed it for.
Yeah.
So.
That's great that you guys were able to do that. And I think it's awesome too that you guys, you know, everybody, it's how do you take something, an event that big, and make it fit it to this time that we're doing here. And it's so hard. And I know that, you know, Dawn and I keep nodding our heads because we're on the events committee here at the chamber, and just, you know, things that we would normally do, we have to, you know, like you said earlier, pivot and figure out how to do that. And I think that what you guys have planned sounds like an amazing event still, and just sounds like it's a great way to still get the community involved and everything. So
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're really putting everything into this event. You know, we're working with a company called VES, and they specialize in these type of virtual events. So it's going to be really, and we're doing that across the country because we have Light the Night events across the country in Puerto Rico and in Canada. And we're going to be rolling that out for all of those events. So it's going to be really something to see. It's going to be amazing. We're excited.
yeah, great. Did you guys have any questions or anything for Dawn or Lisa? No? And Dawn, you'll be able to share your link with us?
Yeah, so, oh, I only sent it to one person. Whoops. Y'all, I am on the struggle bus today. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. Yes,
Okay.
I sent the link. So through that link, if anyone's interested in donating specifically to me, there's an option for that. You can donate to the team, or you can join the team. And everything's accessible from that one page.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to start a corporate team, we are here to help you every step of the way. We can help you come up with some great fun ideas to help engage your employees. And it is really a lot of fun. We have a good time with it, and we make it very easy on you. So if you're interested, please reach out. I would love to speak with you and see how we can partner with you. And like I said, we're here to try to help you guys too. So if you're interested in a partnership to help us with fighting cancer, we'd love to speak with you about that.
And Lisa, do you want to give them the domain name or the website where they can contact you?
Yeah, I can send you my phone number. I'll put my phone number in the chat here.
Okay.
And I'll also put my email.
Great. So that way they have a easy way to contact you.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much for the presentation. Dawn, did you want to add anything else? I didn't know. You went like this. I didn't know if you were waving.
Do I have control of my hands today? I don't even know. Actually, I was thinking though, I will be doing my walk at Lake Lily Park because that's when I leave my apartment building, that's where I am. So maybe we can do like a little socially distanced group walk. And we can mooch internet off my apartment complex, and I'll kind of do it out by the lake. I'll think about that and get back to everybody.
I have a question for Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa, would you like to come to our Rotary Club of Mainland and make a presentation and see what we can do?
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love to do that.
Very good.
Perfect.
Thanks, Benjamin.
Give you a call.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, please. If you want to send me your contact information, I'd love to set up time to do that with you guys. That'd be fantastic.
Very good. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Well, thank you guys so much for the presentation. And I know that we kind of had talked about earlier, everybody was able to introduce yourself, but does anybody have any events or anything coming up that they want to be able to talk about? Adam does.
We have one other one, and I forgot to mention that. We have our first annual virtual art auction that's going to be happening in 2 weeks at the end of the month. So I'll put that on the events page, Shante, and then you can sign up and bid now, and it's going to be the last weekend starting from Friday through Sunday. So you can bid on some local artists and their pieces of work. It's called Small Art, Big Ideas, and we're looking forward to it. It's the first of our, hopefully be a good event for us moving forward.
Awesome, great. Yeah, if you want to put, send the links or add it to our event page, that way it shows up on our calendar. And then when they're on our calendar a couple of days before, it automatically pushes out to our Facebook. So that way everybody that's in the membership here and anybody who follows us will also get the information. So great. Well,
I'll just make one more plug. So Shantae mentioned that she and I are on the events committee. We are meeting next week, right? I think next week. And we're all supposed to be bringing to the table ideas for virtual events. So if any of you have ideas that you've seen other groups do, or that you've just heard about or just came up with all on your own that you think would be fun for the chamber to do, please share them with me or Shantae. We would love to hear from you guys too. We have some good ideas already starting, but we definitely could use some help. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas of fun, interesting, different things we could do that you would want to participate in, because like Lisa mentioned, we're all getting zoomed out. So we want to do some creative and exciting things. So
yeah, please
let us know.
definitely go ahead and so yeah, so if you guys have anything for me, if you need anything from me, you guys know my email is info@maitlandchamber.com, or you can call me at 407-644-0741. But I hope to see some of you guys at some of our events that are coming up. And if you guys are good with everything, then I think we're all done here. I hope everyone
Thanks
has
everybody. Thank you for coming.
weekend.
Thanks.
Lisa.
Good
Good day.